All right, look no further than the price of eggs to understand how tough it is to stay on budget at the grocery store these days.
Yeah, luckily there are some clever swaps and creative ways to cut costs that you might not have even have thought about. Katie Corrado shows us some simple savings at the grocery store.
The average American household spends $165 per week on groceries, according to the Food Industry Association. It all adds up fast. Luckily, with a little bit of planning and a few money hacks, you can save in meaningful ways. Consumer savings expert Trey Bodge shows us how.
Your number one tip when you're in the grocery store and you're trying to save money.
Always buy the store brand. It will be less expensive than the name brand all the time. So a great example of this, we're here at Target. This is the name brand. This is $3.39 of chicken broth. This is their Good and Gather brand, which is $1.49 for the same size. That is a huge price difference and a great way to go.
Pay close attention to the unit price. That'll help you compare prices and find the best value for your money.
If you're using something regularly and it makes sense, always go bigger. The unit price will always be lower the more you buy. And that applies too if you have a wholesale club membership and you buy things in wholesale versus at a retail store.
Next, we moved into produce. I asked Trey if frozen is typically cheaper than fresh.
I love this question. I think frozen is a really good option. The price tends to be a bit lower, but you're not always going to get that same flavor, that same texture. So it really depends on the item that you're buying. But I always like to look at frozen to get a sense of the prices versus fresh and then make my decision.
And if we're talking about nutritional value,
fresh vegetables, canned vegetables, and frozen vegetables really have the same nutritional punch.
Chris Zellers actually teaches a course at Rutgers about saving money at the grocery store.
If you compare a can of green beans and the ounces in a can of green beans and potato chips are almost double the price of green beans per ounce.
We asked which foods pack the biggest nutritional punch.
Look for those fruits and vegetables that are in season, that are in the circular.
And speaking of circulars, Trey says to download your grocery store's app to maximize savings and look for hidden clearance spots.
It's usually at the end of an aisle, in an end cap, or in one kind of corner of the store. We just found a great one here where there are clearance foods, 50% off, 30% off, 30% off.
These clearance items are mostly leftover from the holidays, which brings us to our last and final tip.
Let's talk about seasonal stuff.
Yes.
Obviously, you pay full price before the holiday, but the day of, you can get discounts?
The day of and the days after. So for example, if these are your favorite candy, come the day after Valentine's Day and it'll be deeply discounted.
Reporting in Clifton, New Jersey, I'm Katie Corrado, Pix 11 News.